InnoStars Talks is a series of insightful discussions with inspiring health innovators brought to you by EIT Health in collaboration with Emerging Europe, a management advisory and the premier source of English language business information about the region.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of InnoStars Talks. And today I am joined by Professor Maurizio Ferrari, who is the Chief Medical Officer at SYNLAB Italy. Maurizio, welcome to InnoStars Talks.
Welcome to you. It's a really great pleasure for me to be here with you and with our people that are interested to this talk.
Fantastic. So let's start by looking at SYNLAB first. So can you tell us a little bit more about what SYNLAB actually does and what wants to achieve to improve the healthcare services in Italy?
Okay, I would like to start giving a few words regarding our mission, that is to provide actionable diagnostic information for healthy lives and well-being for all people everywhere. The second is the division of SYNLAB. SYNLAB is we want to be the leader to the excellence in service to patients and the medical community, this to service all, and with the very reliable diagnostics and value added for the people. This is really very important. And our values are passion, accountability, and customer centricity. This is really our focus. The company, SYNLAB Italy, is under belongs to the SYNLAB AG group. Is a group present in 33 countries. Now there are we do more than 600 millions of tests a year. And we have more than 27,000 employees, and there are more than 450 laboratories. This is really an international company devoted to the health of the people.
So if you take a step back and try to sort of tell us how the service specifically differentiates itself from any other diagnostic laboratories available in Italy, what would that differentiator be?
Thank you for this question, because it's really the key point. SYNLAB wants to be always the top level of service for the people. This means that we, having in mind the customer centricity, we should be always in front of innovation. We may look at medical excellence, and for sure we do also research for new tests, new application, and really to look the add value of our activity for the people.
So if you look at available technologies right now, or any other trends that are out there in medical world, what are the key elements that you are really interested in, and how these developments sort of are at the front of what your value proposition is for Italian patients?
To be always upfront to the innovation, and to be always to offer the best service to the patients, we must look for any new technology, the best technology that are available. In our laboratories, there is always the most advanced technologies, the most advanced applications, the quality of the service. We are fully certified international level. That means that there is an external control to our quality. And more, we are looking, there is the medical strong activity in looking innovation also in the research. which is the news regarding new applications, new tests, new therapy. Every news in the field of the health is really for us very, very important. It's mandatory to be updated and transfer this information to the patients. Try to be always the best in offering something.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at the specific of an innovation that has recently been applied into the offering of SYNLAB, could you give us some examples of the therapies or technologies or apps, whatever you have recently applied?
Yes, in innovation, for sure, should be very long to describe all our application. But for example, we are very strong in genetics. This means molecular biology tests. We do all the tests of high throughput sequencing for defining the modification, the variation in the genes of the people. We are doing all the tests named companion diagnostics. I mean, we do tests that are related to the therapy that we may offer to the patients. This is important. We have the most advanced technologies like mass spectroscopy. And I would like to add that SYNLAB also have a strong activity in the medical centers, particularly in Italy. Our centers, there is the most advanced imaging possible test available for the patient. We have the largest anatomic pathology, at least one of the largest in Italy, but also in Europe. This means it's like an integrated diagnostic for offer to the patient the best solution.
I understand.
That's another point that I would like to touch is also that is really very modern is also the informatics, artificial intelligence, how to utilize this type of approach for improving the information to our customers.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that AI element? Because that when you speak to patients, I actually just a couple of weeks ago I hosted a digital health session, and we were talking about diagnosis being sort of prepared by AI and how patients are actually using or how they see that type of diagnosis. So I think this topic is really interesting. Could you tell us a little bit more about how you use AI?
Yes, artificial intelligence for sure now is really very popular, and we utilize this term not always in the right way. And then for sure also there is this is important to outline that now there is a lot of possibility for the people to enter, to look at some AI application also in healthcare. SYNLAB want to be also in the AI application very related to the add value to our activity. What I mean, utilizing the information to elaborate some data and to try to give clear information to the patient how this data could be related to the health of the customer. This means it's a longer path for the company like SYNLAB, but our light at the end of the path is to define, select, and apply the medical information the right way. Because otherwise the incorrect information could not help the patient, but could make some problem. This means what we may add value utilizing AI for that. For example, we have in SYNLAB a very new project on direct-to-consumer person. This direct-to-consumer test is named Health for You, and this is how we utilize this information for explaining to the patient what really is useful for the own health.
Mm-hmm. And if you look a little bit broader at sort of the need of innovation in the healthcare sector, what would be your view on the importance of being always up to date with the newest trends, but also perhaps trying to foresee some upcoming trends and already be prepared for the benefit of the patient, obviously?
Yes, innovation in this century is mandatory for any type of activity. If you don't be able to innovate, for sure we lose something. Lose, I means lose for the patient. Innovation means is a technological innovation. We already say something, but it is also organization innovation, how to improve the organization, how to improve our logistic, that is really fantastic, how to improve our information technologies, how to improve artificial intelligence. The innovation is a complete innovation for the modern company. To be strict to the medical activity, innovation means that we must have all the information that are useful for the patient. And then we may apply what is useful for the patient itself. This is really very important, because if we don't innovate, we lose time. For example, there is some data in the science that if for 3 years we don't innovate, we don't study a problem, we lose 50% information. If for 3 years I don't check what happens in the cancer, in 3 years it changes a lot. This means it is not a possibility, it's an obligation. If we don't innovate, for sure we don't compete in the right way. But SYNLAB, I may assure that is really in the top on that.
Mm-hmm. So if you look at SYNLAB, specifically obviously in Italy, what are the current challenges that you are facing? What are the needs that the company is trying to meet at the moment? When it comes to innovation, when it comes to...
Yes, the challenges are really, there are a lot of challenges, because for sure any activity is a mix of innovation, is a mix of investments also, because for sure we may invest, but we also will balance the investment with the revenues. And also it's a matter of, I want to add another point, that is to make research. Because if you don't, one challenge is to make the right research, to be connected with all the different researchers, to all the different universities, to all the different companies, because really now it doesn't exist the research of SYNLAB alone. Exists the research of SYNLAB as a partner with the best players in Europe or in the world. This is one of the challenges. But there are for sure many challenges. There is a balance. There is the how to be competitive with the healthcare system, how to offer the best offer for the patient with the right price, and to be sustainable. Sustainability is another term that is really very important in the company, not only for the company, but mainly also for the patients. We are an ESG company, and then for sure we are very devoted to the sustainability. How to be a good company also in avoiding pollution, how to recover from, for example, recover the water that utilize the company. There are many projects also on that.
Mhm. You are a partner of EIT Health, which is obviously Europe's leading network of healthcare innovators. And I'm referring to the challenge that you mentioned, which is understanding that collaboration is really essential, and making sure that you collaborate with the leading organizations in research, in innovation. So can you share an example of a partnership that has been really transformative for SYNLAB?
No, this is a very interesting question, because the Synlab is a partner of EIT Health from several years. And in these years, we develop some research project in collaboration with other centers. We did research with Karolinska Institute for named OncoWatch in oncology. Mm-hmm. And the most recent one is named EDIT-B. I would like to spend a few words on that. EDIT-B sure. Is a project, an international project, devoted to offer a molecular test. Is named epigenetic test. It's a little complicated, but is on to differentiate unipolar disorder. This is a depression disease with the bipolar disorder. There are two different diseases with different algorithm, different therapy. And this test is a project of the EIT. And really, we already offer this test to the patients. The sensitivity and sensibility is very high. We did in collaboration with the international group, with a company that is a French company named Alcedir, that is the owner of the patent. But this means is a classical EIT Health project. Put together a young company, put together experts, put together clinicians, regulators, laboratory, and then this really is the first example in which we offer the test before completing the project. This is really how to move fast in Europe for offering something very clinically useful for the patient. This is what we call in our heart add value. Is a value for the patient.
So if you look at this partnership, specifically, the last one that you mentioned, what are the sort of key elements really that contribute to creating a new standard for innovation in healthcare?
This is I would like to thank the EIT Health. Because this is it's very honest comments. Because really is a matter to put together people to translate a possibility to the patients. This is the goal, and really, for sure, you know that the competition is really very tough. It's not easy to win one of this, and then we put together this group. The group is really very useful, and also I would like to add another point. When you start to have one project, then the network is a really strong connection, and then we are thinking for the next project, or for sure if this is a really a European network in which you may build something very useful. And now the next one will be the challenge that you cited a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. And if we look at EIT, and just like you said, it's a fantastic network and community with all the stakeholders that are really essential to move innovation forward. And it's quite a unique approach. So the EIT network community has, EIT Health specifically, recently launched a new program, which is called InnoStars Connect, and we know that you are one of the two companies looking for solutions to open this innovation in this open innovation initiative. What role do you think open innovation plays in driving advancements in healthcare?
This is a very new project, new proposal, and we are very honored to be selected. We are between the two that has been selected for that. It is really very interesting because this project, this Connect, is a challenge in which many startups in Europe may apply. The goal of this, the title of this, the goal of this project is to invite all the startup companies that has some possible new test that could move in the sometime few years or few months, depends, for the patients. This means it's really very important. This means what we do. We collect all the requests. We select with EIT and other partners very skilled on that, 10 companies that may be entering in this program. It's a short program in which they present the possible test. And SYNLAB, with our experience in the science, in the organization, in the logistic, in the IT, in the HR, in any parts of the company, may meet these companies and try to give the right suggestion how to improve the project. Because for sure, when you have a startup, usually they start from some expertise. Is more scientists, more engineers, more business people, but usually a small company is difficult to have all the different information.
All the knowledge, yes.
All the knowledge, yes. This means the knowledge is important. Then we may transfer our expertise in the practical way, how to improve the project and the future of these companies. And for sure, at the end, we hope that in this period that will finish at the end of this year, more or less in 6 months, they may really, the project they submitted should be better at the end. And for sure, sorry.
No, go on.
No, for sure, for SYNLAB, it's very interesting first to be like a trainer for these people, but also to be in touch with new companies that offer new tests, because as experts, we would like that the next one will be another EDIT-B. I mean, with this, they have an idea, they have a good proposals, and then they submit another project to IIT Health, or eventually other European grant like Horizon, for example, in which SYNLAB could be a partner for this group to develop a new test. And this is innovation for SYNLAB, to look the best proposals in the world, in Europe in this case, that could be transferred to our application in some time.
So I can see that there is also, apart from obviously looking at the patient, who is at the center, as you said, of all activities, there's also some interest of SYNLAB in that partnership, in that collaboration. You also see benefits for your own organization.
Yes, as I told you, it is important to innovate.
Yes.
First, to compete in the European field, but also to be able to offer the best to the patient. I mean, we may have, for example, a test for early cancer in one of the different types of cancer. We may have something for autoimmune disorders, or we may have a new test rapid for defining better some other problems, or to have a new companion diagnostic test. Means if we'll be able to offer this, for sure, our goal to be the medical excellent, we have to offer the best, because otherwise we don't want to be seller or something. We are not. We are in healthcare. Healthcare means that you have always in front of you the customer centricity. The patient want to be helped. They want to have the best service. This means, for sure, this is important because be in touch with 10 companies, with 10 different tests. Imagine that if they have 10 different disruptive ideas. It's difficult because the statistics is not like that. But for sure,
we can be optimistic.
Will be in front of 10 disruptive technologies in Europe as the first laboratory expert in Europe. This means in the other parts, because to be honest, we are very skilled in any parts of this activity. We may help people to grow and then to have to grow also the Europe science, the Europe translation to the patient.
Fantastic. Maurizio, thank you so much for this conversation. Fingers crossed for all the projects, your own, SYNLAB's, but also the collaboration, because as you said, we are driving the European healthcare forward, and that is something that is really essential at the end of the day for the patient, who is the end customer and end user of the service.
Thank you to you for this opportunity. For sure, we are very devoted for developing new activities with the European community. And I think that also this new proposal, like this proposal on connection, on challenges, is really important. Also, we have to innovate in this field. And we are happy to do that.
Maurizio, thank you so much. Have a lovely day and see you around.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to you. Best wishes to all.